frequent, that Starbucks is a place where these types frequent and a lot of body fluids are exchanged there. And Ebola, but the thing that I was not aware of is that there had been some information that had been released, and the Inquisitor online news service carried this as a major story the week before, that what Starbucks was doing is that they were taking specimens of male semen and they were putting it in the blends of their lattes. Now, this is the absolute truth. It's right there. You can see it right there in Inquisitor Online Services. It was a big article about an investigation into Starbucks using male semen. You know, it's a strange thing that milk comes from the mammary glands and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I said that semen, because you know, I had this thing going back a year ago with me talking about semen and Starbucks lattes. And they do put it in there. Many people slammed me and said I should get off of it. One guy wrote me and told me he wasn't going to send me any more offerings until I stopped talking about semen in Starbucks coffee. I told him to keep his offerings. But at any rate, the semen is another kind of milk. It's something that's produced by the testicle glands of a man. People tend to like milk that's produced by the mammary glands of a woman. Starbucks has figured out that people tend to like semen that's produced by the testicle glands of a man. So what's the big deal? If they mix milk and semen together, it makes, for some people, a nice taste. Now, I don't go to Starbucks. I don't drink coffee, first of all. But when I said that, I know they're not going to air that. I know they're not going to edit it. I know they're going to put that on the air. They're not going to do that. But don't argue with me. Don't you argue with me. Milk, mammary glands, semen, testicle glands, both are naturally produced by the body, and a lot of people tend to like them. So Starbucks has figured it out. So they blend a little semen synthetic with their synthetic blends of milk, and people drink Starbucks coffee. I don't, and I will not. And I advise you, don't drink it either, unless you drink some synthetic semen. Blood through his semen, and the semen is the cream of the blood. Semen is produced by the blood. It is the cream. It is the power. It is the cream of blood. That's just no other way to say it. It isn't blood itself. It is even more powerful than blood. It can actually produce life, semen. But if your blood, if a man puts his semen in you, I teach women that, and if it's disease, you're going to get that disease. You're going to, whatever that is, whether it's AIDS or syphilis or one of these other diseases, you're going to get it because it's going to go right into your blood system, right through your vagina, right through your womb. If a man injects himself in you, if a man injects himself in another man and injects his semen into him, and he's crazy, then that's going to get in his blood as well. And if demons are in him, then those demons, you're going to get penetrated by demons. You're going to get penetrated by demons.
I just want to know why you think that it would be specifically gay semen in the coffee.
Because it's true, because gays tend to love each other's semen, and it flavors up the coffee. They like the taste of it. There's no doubt about that.
How do you know that it flavors the coffee?
Well, because that's what it does, like the cocaine that was put in Coca-Cola going back a century ago that flavored up Coca-Cola. And they now have introduced a synthetic cocaine that gives Coca-Cola the same kind of flavor and excitement and addiction of taste. Well, Starbucks has done the exact same thing that Coca-Cola has done, except they've done it with semen.
At what point are they collecting the semen? When are they inserting it in my drink?
Oh, it's already in the process. It's already in the pipeline. And by the way, Starbucks have just introduced a flat white drink, latte or mocha. I'm not sure which it is.
That's a cover for semen, right?
It is eerily as if they're almost mocking me, like they're saying, la ha 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 ha, we'll show you that we're doing it. And the stupid Starbucks audience of patronage doesn't have enough sense to believe you, Manning. We'll actually we'll hide it in plain sight. But yes, George Bush has been penetrated by other men and has also been doused in semen of other men. While he lie in a casket, other men have masturbated in his face.
Sounds like quite an evening. Hey, just out of curiosity, how many people go to your church for a typical sermon?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
How many people attend a typical sermon at your church?
Why do you want to know that?
I'm just curious what the scene is like up there.
What the semen is like?
No. What the scene is like. What's it like to attend?
Oh, it's an extraordinary scene. I'd invite you to come. So if a number of people, I mean, you've got literally millions of people around the world who really think that, you know, the taste of semen is quite a flavor. And they seek it in the midst of other kinds of activities. And so one would think, well, all right, Starbucks has deduced that, listen, you know, in an ingenious way, I would say that we're more and more infamous, ingenious way, they've discovered that since people like semen, and there's so many people drinking it from one another, their body fluids, why not put it in our coffees and flavor up our coffees? You might just get pregnant by drinking Starbucks because they've got some pretty potent semen in that drink. And you will go home and tell your husband you're pregnant. He said, but we haven't had sexual intercourse in years. Where did you get pregnant? Is it an immaculate conception? No, it was one of Starbucks lattes that impregnated you. And I think that Starbucks has recognized that to flavor up their lattes, that they are using semen to make that latte even more flavorful.
You think they're using semen?